Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Evening, Chris. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just seeing if we can set a record for the most amount of koi events in one day.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, mate? Yeah, the A1 was an absolute delight this afternoon, mate.
I bet it was, pal. I don't. Rather you than me, mate.
So you you look like you've had PTSD the last few days, mate. Are you slightly with us now, or are you still struggling?
Moving house is not for the faint-hearted, is it?
No, mate. No, not when you got two little rascals running around, mate.
No, and I'm not going to discuss the wife's hoarding on here because she's no doubt watching, and I'll end up getting buttered when I get home or something. So
this is the irony, though. In like 2 years' time, you'll be like, "Oh, we need to declutter." And then it'll be all that stuff that you hung on to.
Wow. So yeah, work's been a bit of a sanctuary in them fish houses, to be fair, past few days.
Yeah, you don't often say that when it's sort of like 40 degrees and an absolute sweat box, but yeah.
No, you get many fish.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of fish flying at the moment, mate. Growing season is well and truly.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? I had a quick look at that Kajaku while we were sorting a few bits out earlier. If you've not seen it, folks, check out our Facebook reel if you want to see proper Kajaku. Mega fish, that one.
Yeah, it's a bit wild, mate, isn't it?
Mega fish. So yeah, the Jumbo Tosai Festival fish launched today. Weirdly, didn't expect it. It's mainly the top pieces that are flown out.
Yeah.
So, folks, they're available for 2 weeks only before they're then committed to the growing ponds, and they'll not be available until the autumn then. So, yeah, if you're eyeing one up, be sure to get in there. Not that I'm bothered. This is the thing the guy's fascinated around, and Crafty, when I was speaking to him earlier, he says, "What do you think?" So I don't care if any sell, because then I get to keep them till autumn.
Yeah. Those fish are sort of committed now to the farm, aren't they? So yeah,
absolutely love it.
But, yeah.
Right, folks. So tonight, quick reminders on the auction format. All transactions, anyone's welcome to bid. All transactions go through our dealer network, and your winning bid is subject to plus 10% and plus VAT on the top. Delivery of the fish. Just want to remind people, you do need to give your dealer a quick prompt when you want delivery. There's still some fish kicking around from old auctions, and even, that amazing Tancho Goshki we sold not too many moons back, still swimming around, and we've not heard anything. We don't just randomly send them out. We wait for prompts just to see, how people want them delivering. So please don't hang around. Get in touch and get those fish shifted. It's much appreciated.
I'm just going to clarify a couple of bits as well, because I had quite a lot of messages after last week. So what you guys see on the screen in front of you is quite different to what Ricky and I see. So basically, we have a flow of content that comes in on the right-hand screen, and then we have to physically click to put it onto the screen that you guys see. So when bids come in, we have got half an eye on the screen. We did go back over some of the videos last week, and everything was correct and came in on time. So just to clarify that for those that were asking.
Yeah, we've got a good old stream coming in, mate, haven't we? That's why we're constantly on that bit, looking for them bids coming in. It's what we see that drops there that we then put on the screen. So hope that does clarify.
Yeah.
This week I've made the executive decision anyway that I'm binning the timer off and just going with the flow. So hey ho, let's see what happens.
Might as well get cracking then, mate, haven't we?
Yeah, to be honest, mate, obviously I've had my head in cuckoo land. I'm not even sure what we've got lined up. So away we go.
Few bits, mate. Few bits. First up, Coda Sarugai. My guess, Rick. Well, I say my guess. The likelihood is this from the Achiba lineage, possibly somewhere along the line at Coda.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. This monstrative Achiba line that is produced, absolutely top notch. Where most Sarugai come from. So we're opening up bidding on this one at £50 bid increments of £5 each. minimum bid increments of a fiver. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Sarugai. They're intriguing variety, aren't they? Not many
I've
about.
always had a soft spot for them, I must admit.
They're nice when they get bigger, especially. I think they keep that colour coming through. Nice body line on that one. Really nice head to it as well, and scale reticulation. Very, very nice.
Yeah, growth-wise, like I say, that sort of parent set that's got the genetics. That big female. What is it? 90.
Oh yeah. So the parent fish. Well, last time checking was 94 cm. So she's probably bigger now, and I mean it's just a hell of an achiever as well. Stunning quality. It won, pretty precise. I think it was Z&A Koi Show mopped up mega fish. So yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, I think there's nobody actually produces Sarugai as a dedicated lineage. It all generally comes from a Chiba spawning, typically, whether it's a Chiba that's lost its colour or they've never actually developed the colour. And but yeah, I'm a big fan. But at £50 on that one, we're looking for 55 to advance with it. Unfortunately, there's not too much more you can say about a Sarugai.
Scale reticulation and coloration. Pretty cock on. Nice head shape. Just sort of, for me, project fish for the summer, really.
I think so. It's just a case of checking the basics with them ones, isn't it? Oh, and Joe just said tame fish. Yeah, if you're not a Chagoi fan for whatever reason and you want something different, you've got sort of a Sarugai, Karashigoi as your other different options. So, but Tony Hutchins now £70 on that one. Anybody got any advance on 74? Or we'll be looking for 75. Saw Marcus there bidding. Marcus, we're prepping your Tancho Sanke up, buddy, because it's been in the growing pond still. So I know I've had a bit of a delay, but I think you'll be pleasantly shocked at what's actually coming. You saw it, mate, to be honest.
I glanced at the pond earlier and I was like, I can't even recognise what it is. It's I'm pretty sure it didn't go in at like 50 cm.
Probably asked me to put it back in when he sees it. It's all good. 75 with Ben now. Anybody got £80 for us on this one? But yeah, not going to talk this one up too much. I really can't say too much more about Sarugai. It's one of them fish, unfortunately.
It is very clean. I think it's got that sort of genetic standing somewhere in the fish. Compared to the rest of the Tosai mix, the achievers in the batch and whatnot, it's a couple of centimeters bigger. Good head structure. I've got a thing for nice clean Sarugai. They're not too common, are they, to be honest with you? So yeah,
amazing. So we're with Ben at 75. If I don't see any nudges on this one, we're going to wrap it up. So 75, Ben looking for 80 to advance it. If anybody's interested, there we go. Look, Joe, nice clean dorsal.
Absolutely, yeah.
With Ben at 75. You got your hammer kicking around, Chris?
Oh, I think I used it on one of the kids, mate.
There we go. Janice, 85. So anybody got 90 for us on that one, with Janice being at 85 right now?
My guess is that's going to be in Teddy's room, mate. Little bam.
Yes. Janice being 85 with Ben back in now at 90. Have we got 95 from anyone? Janice, are you still bidding? So, on this format, folks, if you are in the race and you are all done, I would appreciate you just letting me know in the comments that you're done. That would be much appreciated. So, with Ben at 90, looking for 95 now. Janice there, 95. Straight up to Marcus at 100. There we go. Well done, Marcus. that bowl, for those who know, is sacred. That really is, because they've changed the colour of the bowl now, and it's causing us nothing but stress. Replacing that is not easy. Marcus, 100. We don't want to make Chris's life any more difficult, do we? Let's face it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or Joe's for that matter. So, right, we'll just see there. Ben, 105. And we've got 110 from anybody. I think we've got Marcus in. Janice, are you still in? Can you let us know? 105 on this one at the moment. Yeah, not had many though this year, Chris, have we? It's one of them varieties. I can probably count on both hands how many Sarugai we've actually had.
Yeah, I think people are under the this conception that they're easily available, but they're really not. Certainly not clean examples. So yeah, I fell in love with the Deutz pair that I bought from Marihiro years ago, and I've just had that tone of colour that you get with them is just unreal. When you get it right, they're super fish.
With Janice now at 120. Anybody got 125 for us? So I think we're Marcus. Are you still in? Let us know, buddy. Looking for 125 or beyond now on that one. Looking for 125. Koi Wholesale fiberglass balls with measuring tape. That's what we'll do is People's Pond. We'll put that on our to-do list. I cannot promise. It could be a long time before we get around to it, but I will put it on there. We're with Ben at 125. Anybody got an advance on 125 for us? Well, had a busy few days selling stuff, mate, haven't we? It's been pretty wild. A couple of new and big fish, little fish, all sorts.
Yeah. Sat down, and when I got in, I was just like, been a bit of a whirlwind.
Madness. Janice, 130 now. It seems like we've got Marcus on YouTube. Janice at 130. The bids are colliding a little bit, but Janice at 130. Marcus, if you want to take it, I need 135 from you, buddy, for that one.
Do you want me to play the video one last time, Rick?
Yes.
Oh, beat me to it, mate.
130 with Janice being at the moment. So have we got 135? Oh, we're still going with this one pretty strong with the guys. So 140. We're at now with Marcus. Mike, got your fish. Well done at the Jumbo Tosai event. Not a chance to check in which it was, mate, but yeah, magical. I'll do my best with it, mate. So with Marcus, 140 now on this one. Any of the guys in Ben or Janice got 145 or beyond for me? 145 or beyond. Ben's in there at 150. Strong bid, Ben. Well done, mate. So 155 now, Marcus or Janice, are you still in? No, right. Marcus is out. In that case, let's go start wrapping it up. Janice, you've got a few seconds. So, oh, Christ, there we go. 160, going strong. Any reply on that one, Ben? We're at 160 now. 165 minimum. Evening, Lee. How you doing, buddy? So still with Janice at 160. Ben, have we got any reply? Wow, going strong. Ben, 165. Good battle for this one, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Like I say, don't see too many of them, so perhaps there's less than I thought.
I think this is what I thought. No, this is one thing. The timer sort of takes away from this is a good battle. I know it can drag on a bit more, but I think it's all part of the fun of an auction, isn't it? It's just like that Japanese system where it gets to the last few minutes and it adds 5 minutes back on.
Yeah, you can't help but feel a bit cynical at times with that, can you? You've got a 24-hour auction that goes on for a long weekend.
Crazy. Ben, 165. Janice, can you let us know where you're at? We're going to need 170 from you. She's on Facebook. We know them bids come through pretty lively. Janice, wow, 175 for that. Ben, any reply? I'll give you a chance to get that bid through because it is over on YouTube.
Yeah, a couple of messages saying we've got a bit of a lag, Rick, on YouTube.
Yeah, fair play. We'll give it a chance. So, yeah, a couple of other interesting bits went out today, guys. Ben's out, so there's been no other bidders. Janice, 175, going once, going twice, and sold to Janice Bean, 175. Congratulations. Yeah, a couple of lumps gone out the door to, I can't remember, we had one of the Kawa Karashigoi we let go, 100 and, I've got that figure mixed in my head there, weren't that? 65 cm, Nisai, phenomenal. Fulcring on it was insane, Chris, weren't it?
Yeah, it's super fish, mate. Yeah, I think.
Where did that one end
up? Prestige Koi, Matt Prestige.
Matt loves a Karashigoi, man after my own heart.
Something about them, though, isn't there, from Okawa?
When they look like that, it's superb. So, all right, folks, here we go. Challenge fish.
Well, the thing is, one of the most exciting. I don't know whether you can remember, Rick. Years ago, we went to a random place on one of the main highways, Sakura Nishiki.
Just to pause you 1 minute, mate. So, 50 quid starting bid on this one, folks. Bid increments of a fiver. Feel free to crack on if you're interested. While we have a natter.
Yeah, Sakura. I think it was called Sakura Nishikigoi.
Oh yeah.
And we stumbled upon a pond of Komomryu, which is just like it doesn't happen. Yeah. And ever since then, the way they change, and I just think they're an absolute unique opportunity to end up with quite something special for not a lot of outlay.
That's the interesting thing with all of these varieties, because it's so hard. How can we have no idea how that fish is actually going to eventually turn out with a sumi pattern, and we can't price it based on what it could be in future, because it's not even like a show. A lot of show where we can kind of quite easily predict where it's going to be. Yeah. Absolutely no hope. So it's where you've got a chance of picking some up for a steal. That if that pattern all comes good, you've just ended up with a worldie for a very small sum in the end, really.
Those and Benny Komomryu are probably the two varieties that people used to come up to me when I was at the shop and go, "Oh, you sold me this. Look what it looks like now." And it's like, ah.
Yeah. But it is a gamble. Breeders have it as well. It's been like with Matsu Kawabaki. When I buy them, the Ginrin ones, I just buy all the white ones with a speck of sumi on. And breeder don't know. We're all just gambling on what's happening, to be fair. So let's say, folks, starting bid of £50 if you enjoy the journey of a Komomryu. Overall, really like the quality. We can see the sumi is good, and there is sumi there, importantly. So we can see it around the back of the head, top of the head, scattered throughout the body, which does tell us there's going to be some transformation. This is nowhere near the finished article of this fish. That's just the first early emergence of sumi. And obviously, there's going to be a lot more to come, but it's unpredictable in the nature of where it's going to come. That's why I say we don't know the eventual pattern. So it's hard to predict any of that. Just all we do know, more sumi will come. It's especially with coda ones. I can't say it of all Komomryu because I've had canicos drive me mad for absolutely years. They just don't do anything a lot of the time. But with these coda ones, the sumi does tend to fly when it starts going. You can see there, look, skin quality is really good. White skin is good. The sumi quality there is really good as well. And they are a great journey.
Yeah, real curiosity variety for me. And probably some very exciting results have come from fish that were quite underwhelming when they were younger and smaller. Based on selection process, like you say, white skin's quite good. I think it's displayed a bit better in the video. And the fact that as the sumi that is there is of very good quality. So, ticks the boxes in that sense. So yeah, it's just a bit of a polarizing variety at times, I think, for that reason. But for me, that's why it's quite endearing. So yeah.
So we're with Nigel Brown, 55. Is anybody else in? We won't drag it on for ages if they're not. But looking like Nigel's going to steal himself a real bargain there. But yeah, there is just one of them fish. And when I'm selecting fish like this, you really don't know what's coming. I pay no attention to the likes of Sumi pattern. You just can't. You know, you just all the other qualities, look at skin quality, shape, and then go on that basis, go from there. So Ben come in at 60 on that one. Anybody got 65 for us? Looks like Marcus is in as well. A couple of conflicting bids there again. Yeah, £60. Looking for 65 now. Yeah, great journey with them. Sure.
I know the cynic and people might think that I'm just saying this, but it is the type of variety that you can end up with quite a significant fish with not a lot of outlay. So for those reasons, it's quite an attractive opportunity for me. Come on, Ryu, when you get clean ones that have got no belly on them, good skin, yeah.
And patience is the winner with these as well. You see, I although I am patient, I have the commercial aspect to think about with this. If I'm investing a second season in a fish, it's got to really start looking at making the returns. And even by then, it might not be enough time to get these to that point. So, say patience is needed. But we're with Dale now at 70 on that one. So, anybody got 75 for us? Anybody got 75? Got a few people in. Any advances on 70? Marcus there, 75. Anybody got 80? 80 on that one. Yeah, there'll be a few. You should ask me dad about some of my Come On Reel exploits over years, mate. But I'm saying with you, someone dangles a batch. I actually bought some years back from Matsue, of all people.
Yeah.
So you get these breeders like this who are big specialists in a certain variety, often do something every year as like a hobby. And this particular year it was Come On Reel, and I was just like, holy shit, he's got like shitloads of Come On Reel. I think I bought, is it 400, 450, something like that.
That doesn't sound like something that you do, mate.
No. So by the time I'd cooked all the sumi off them in the heat, it just wasn't a fast game coming back. So I just had, unfortunately, all these kind of very white Come On Reel kicking around that were not all that popular with people.
Not something that hobbyists are desperate for, mate.
No. It's a bit of an odd sell, mate, to be fair. So, yeah, anyway, we're at 80 with Dale on this one. Anybody got any advance on 80? We're looking for 85 minimum. Joe's...
comment on that.
Love it. Still with Dale at 80. Anybody got 85? Joey's asking me, are these the fish that are... in the black, but in the Black Zeus bloodline, basically Black Zeus is Come On Reel. It's an evolution of it, but what genetics are sat there, God only knows. I think we have to remember all these varieties that Dainichi is producing came from this one spawn, this Botan spawn, years and years back now, which was based off of big Karashi, I believe, fused with so many other fish Marihiro were told him to produce. And just from there, they've really gone route one, built this thing from the ground up. And had all these other varieties come out of it. It's fascinating to see a line like that actually take shape. It's amazing. 85 with Marcus Upton. Anybody got 90 or above for us? $85 with Marcus. So yeah, that was one of many, mate. I've had them with Canico, as I say. Again, quite a big batch of Come On Reel, cooked all the sumi off, went white, and that never, ever really did anything. Dale there, 99. So, yeah, 10. Oh, mistake there, 90. There we go. Fair play, mate. Yeah, 90 with Dale on that one. Have we got 95? Marcus, are you still in? Will you let me know, please, where we're at? So with Dale at £90. What else we got lined up, mate? I should have a quick look, really, shouldn't I? Because I'm absolutely clueless this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Couple of fruity bits at the end there. Nice. Yeah, Marcus, 95. Has anybody got 100? Dale, where you at? Let us know, buddy, please. With 90. Marcus up to 95 right now. Dale's out. So there's been no new bidders recently on that one. So I am going to wrap this up now. If we can just run the video once more, Joe, and after that, I will call it if there's no new bidders. We can find it again. There we go. So currently 95 with Marcus Upton. Anybody else watching, if you are interested, it's going to take 100 to take it away. The video is just drawing to a close. There we go. So Marcus Upton, £95, going once, going twice, and sold. Marcus Upton, 95. Well done, mate. Like a nice addition with that jumbo Tosai Tancho Sanke now. Well, that's lively. It's been a bit of a black and white day, mate, hasn't it?
They all are, mate, yeah. Never grey, mate.
100 big Nisai from Omasako shifted around today. Quite interesting.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it, mate. So, yeah, this one, I'm a bit of a fan of the stripped back sort of style Shiro Utsuri.
Yeah, look at quality of that.
I like to see a lot of white. Obviously, the Ginrin speaks for itself. I think that Motoguru and the fins is just going to recede with time as well, and you're going to have that nice sort of blocky Sumi popping up. You've got that sort of Sumi coming up from the underside below that lateral line that we're facing there, and I just think it's going to have the vision in image that I've got moving forward.
Absolutely.
Pretty damn tidy on this one, mate. Ginrin Shiro, probably not a variety that everyone's blessed with, really. Often get sort of people saying, you got any Ginrin Shiros? But yeah, they're not. It's not as if you've got a plethora to choose from. So yeah, super quality little fish. Moving forwards, yeah. But possibly if it sort of moves in the right direction, the Sumi comes up at the right time. Maybe a little showfish, mate, in the making.
Yeah, it's just that speaking of that, Joe mentioned about Lee's Ginrin Showa Hiroi one from apparently was quite popular at the show.
Yeah, beautiful fish. I think Lee sent me a picture of it on the day.
Okay, so we're koi beginnings. We're at £80 on this one right now, and looking for 85. We're at increments of a £5 on this one as well. 85 there. 90. Jack in there. Yeah, cracking fish. Just that typical Omasako quality in it. It's hard to get the head around just how good this farm is at this variety. Matthew Savage, 95. So looking for 100 now with this one. Yeah, they are. It's just one of them places every time I visit. Well, it's true. I got sucker punched yet again because I just didn't want the amount of Shiros we currently have at Koi Wholesale in all age and size variations. But a quick visit down to Omasako put us right back there.
Yeah, I mean, what are you trying to say that maybe 3,500 Shiro Utsuri is too many Shiro's.
I'm not saying that. That's not enough for me.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Simon Harkin, 100, got quite a few people bidding on this one. Yeah, I think valuable piece moving forward in the right conditions. So looking for 105 to advance it. I think it must only be 2 years ago. I got to the point where I had Shiros in that many different lineage variations. It was remarkable. I think I had about four different lineages of Shiros on farm at one point.
That combined with every Oirasagi that had been produced that year was quite a collection.
Exactly. All gone now though, Chris, haven't they?
They have, mate. Funny enough, we got a message yesterday saying, "You got any Oirasagi?" I was like, "Do not go there." I just got rid of them all.
Don't tempt me.
Joking aside, they are they are epic. It's just you have got a weird infatuation with them.
Yeah. 110, Jack. So anybody got 115 for us? Joe, can we roll that video, please, mate?
Quite a nice readable fish on that head as well. That real strong menoir that's just going to fly up. That depth of pigment in the eyes, it's going to transform the fish
just
moving forward.
That sumi quality, and you've still got the, even with the Ginrin, it's just so good. These boys, honestly, it's like even what they've done with Kajaku. We were speaking on Wasaka, obviously that's what the fish we mentioned earlier. Even what they've done to them, they just go super specialist into what they do. It's a big farm as well. It's a really, really big operation now. Just dedicated to what we got. Three varieties. There's they produce goshki. It really is a hobby. But we've got the Kajaku, obviously Showa and Shiro, just amazing. So we're at 115 now. Matthew is out, so we've got 120 from anybody.
That's a snip. That is 115.
Adam 120. Any advance on that? We've got 125.
Can be difficult sometimes as well for the Ginrin to carry through the sumi as well. It's probably not displayed that well in the picture, but on the video you can see just that Ginrin carries through. It's not lost within the sumi as well, so that's a nice little characteristic.
That's an interesting. There's loads of different opinion on that, because I like to see Ginrin like that. But then it weren't until I had a Ginrin show at Mariju one year, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd not picked up on it. I knew this sumi looked insane, and apparently what was happening was the sumi was sat on top of the Ginrin. And that to a lot of the breeders is a really super desirable trait, but say opinion differs on that one all over. I quite like that full coverage. We're at 120 with Adam. So anybody got 125 for us? I think that's
where it differs a little bit with the judging side of things as well, doesn't it? So obviously you've got a Ginrin fish; it needs to carry that gin throughout the fish. But like you say, if the breeders are trying to concentrate on a different style.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was someone I spoke to over here, just like it's not got, it weren't someone directly, it was indirectly. His fish got kind of knocked down for the Ginrin not being on the sumi.
It does, mate.
I'd only a couple of months prior to that had this conversation, and I had it at Kansuke as well about that thing. It's fascinating. Yeah, anyway, no movement just recently on that one. So, Adam, we're at £120. Absolute steal, I think, for a little Shiro of that quality from such a farm. So, we're going to say going once, going twice, and sold to Adam Dickens, £120. Well done, mate. Joe's on the Akamatsuba. I'm working on that one, mate. I'm working on it. I've got a small army in development right now. Oh, there we go. There's another.
Bit more obvious, this one, isn't it? For the more heavy style hobbyists. I know, like a lot of times when I'm selecting Shiro, what I like and what hobbyists like are two polar opposite things. So super clean fish, nice big sort of blocky pattern on this one. As the body gets bigger, I think those white windows and the pattern are going to become very, very important to the overall image of the fish. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but that sort of panda eye sort of feature as well is just going to be a nice asset to the fish as it grows. And again, from the master on Masako. So yeah.
I thought you was referring to me then, Chris. Sorry.
No, mate. I have got some words to describe you, but yeah, it's a family show, so yeah.
Brilliant. So we're at £80 with Fiona on this one. I think this is that. To be fair, this fascinates because this is how people want Shiro most of the time.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Here's the bit where this all gets mighty confusing. A lot of people then think from teachings that when all the sumi and everything's up like this, they're too finished and it can only go downhill from here. This is not the case with these Shiro. What you need to look for, because it's all about looking at the sumi quality. This sumi's got the depth and it will maintain the depth. And what you actually see, if we look at the front edge of the pattern, kind of mid-body just near the dorsal, you've got some sashi there, like we look for with Benny. Just like with Benny, sumi also, you need to pay attention to the kiwa and sashi quality. So we see that sashi, which again is exactly the same. It's an indicator as to the depth of the colour and colour in the deeper layer of the skin. So with this one, this colour's going nowhere. The quality is actually just going to get a little bit better. What will happen is it'll gain more depth, more thickness, and more shine as it progresses and gets bigger and tidies up. So there's longevity there, and you've got the pattern that everyone dreams for. The real plus side to this is that you're not waiting for anything to happen. It's just a case of growing it on. As Chris said, stretching it all out a little bit, which will bring some areas of pattern to life and then enjoying it. Don't get many like it, Shiros. And often when they crop up and they've got super strong patterns, that's when they start charging the sums for them because they're koi show fish at that point. But certainly for the smaller sizes, you don't get too many crop up at that kind of with the quality and the pattern. So we're at 120 with Ben on that one. I was just seeing that Fiona's gone 125. Still a bargain for that, in my opinion. So looking for 130 or beyond on that one, please. Well worth it. I think that's worth a couple of £100 of anyone's money, to be fair.
I think trying to place it, these types of fish, I can't see you rocking up to too many dealers and sticking that in a bowl for, sort of anywhere near the price that it's currently sat at. So, but nature of auctions, mate, isn't it? It looks like we've got a few people invested.
Yeah, plenty of activity. Nice to see. So Lee, 140.
People invested in this.
Looking for 145 or beyond now, please. Dale there, 150.
It's a fascinating one with Shiros, isn't it? Because they're another variety that you can really generate quite a significant fish in terms of if you were looking to buy Sansai or Nisai, but you developed a younger fish, the difference in price points can be exceptional from buying a big sort of finished Sansai to buying a project fish.
Absolutely. So we're at 160 now with that one. Anybody watching as well would appreciate if you can hit the like button. Share as well is always nice. I know you don't want the competition, but we do, please. 170 there. Dale now getting closer to where I think that's fairly pitched. So 175 now. Plenty of people involved. Fiona's out. So anybody got 175 for us? Cyril there, 180. Nice one, Cyril. Dale now 190. So looking for 195 or above. Yeah, great piece, mate. Some quality there to that. Memoir, I would not even spoke about that. Kill a little bit of memoir on the head. Cyril, 200. So anybody got 205 or above?
An easy fish to read, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, safe.
Yeah.
That is ultimately what you've been on about, Shiro, is when you get safety is normally when the value comes in, because everyone can see what's going to happen. Where you can really win with Shiros is taking the gamble on the ones that need time, got to take a bit of chance on.
Yeah, sure.
Cyril there, 220. You know, anybody got 225 or above? Dale, 230. Any advance on 230? Got Cyril. Marcus, are you still in? Can you let us know, mate, please? So with Dale at the minute at 230. Cyril, 240.
Real battle royale going on here, mate.
Yeah, nice.
But it is true. Often the smaller sort of Shiros.
Dale, 250. Anybody got any advance?
Yeah, I've got to stick your head out a little bit with them, but this is,
All there. Easy one.
Yeah.
So Dale, 250. Cyril, 260. This is a big, nice change me from. I actually had the builders back in the house earlier, drilling holes in my ceiling. That was nice.
What are you going to say in your head there, mate?
Hats off to them, though. It actually, they've done a phenomenal job putting it all back together already. Just not what I wanted to see.
I was going to say, for a brand new house, mate, it shouldn't be putting it back together this quickly, should they?
Apparently, from what people tell me, it's quite normal.
When's the house party?
280 with Cyril.
Ouch.
Did I not tell you I had it at weekend, Chris?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we didn't get the invite, mate.
From what I've heard about you when you're around drink, mate, you're coming nowhere near my house.
Yeah. Don't believe the rumours, mate.
Dale, 290. Oh, Cyril, 300. Wow, got a cracking battle going on here, folks. Again, I still think we're good value where that one's at. So we're at 300 with Cyril. Dale, 310 now. It's on Facebook as well, so then bids are coming in. It's pretty fluid. Marcus is out, so Dale, it's between Dale and Cyril by the looks of it. We're at 310 with Dale at the minute. Cyril's gone 320. Where are you at, Dale? Prefer this way out of the timer, mate. Not going to lie. What's your thoughts, folks? It's opened up some lively battles tonight, which is nice and entertaining. Dale, we're at 330. Any advance on 330? Dale, 340. Joe's on the edge of his seat. I was on the edge of my seat watching Joe eat a piece of pizza backstage earlier. Absolutely fearing for his. I just caught it out corner of my eye. I thought, holy shit, he's going to take his fingers off in a minute. The speed.
Man's got to eat, mate. Man's got to eat.
Apparently, he's being worked too hard. I can't agree with that for one minute. Anyway, we're at Cyril, 340. Dale, are you in, out? Where you at, buddy? Do you want to wrap this one up? Lee, I agree with you, mate. Worth the money. Cracking Shiro. Still going. Dale's got 350. $350 with Dale. Cyril, where are you at? You sort of see it there on that angle at video, don't you? That intense, really fierce Sumi quality.
The skin is superb. I'm not even sure if the video and the picture do it justice, to be fair, but it's just, when you see it in the flesh, it's got like a glowing property about the black, which is a real sort of contradiction in itself. But when you see the fish, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Absolutely. Cyril now 360. Any advance on that? Dale, let us know if you're going one further. There he is, 370. Wow.
But we often say, Rick, like, you know, when we're looking at fish, you know, when you're pondside at a breeder's place, trying to price, you know what I mean, trying to capture and be realistic about prices. If you start picking out individual pieces like this, it's they go for big money.
Yeah, well, the sort of interesting one on that one. Cyril's out on that one, so with Dale at 370. I mean, a lot of the time, it's not even that easy just to pick this one out.
Yeah,
These really are where the whole chain and the dealers and everything come into their own for you guys. Is that, you know, without it, and even what we do for the dealers, really, you know, there's just getting access to single fish like this as we sell them. Dealers visiting Japan can't do it. Not only that, the shipping, if they just went and picked 2 or 3 of them, the shipping would make them astronomical sums each. But there we go. Dale, congratulations. 370, going once, going twice, and sold to Dale for 370 quid. Well done. Well done, Cyril there. Great battle. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, if you could just make sure you email me. I'm not sure if the banner's going along the bottom, but Chris at Koi-Wholesale. There you go. I think Dale was a new viewer, so yeah, perfect.
Mate, where have you found this from?
Yeah, you got to look around your own business, mate.
I do. That's what you know, I almost pretty much know where every single fish is.
This was in Pond 7.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Not been paying too much attention in there, to be fair, because I think, we've been pretty hard at it with the Sakai fish. They're spread everywhere at the minute.
Yeah, but there's a few little stash bits in there, mate.
Yeah, nice. So, guys, you're already underway. What more can we really say about Sakai Tancho, really? Pretty banging. Nice full spot. One thing you want to be aware of with Tancho is the Benny will naturally contract as they get a bit bigger. So it's going to pull in. So I do like a fuller spot on the head. Certainly when they're this small, because you are going to get it pull in a little bit. Certainly as they go through that big initial growth phase, if they do. So with Fiona at 140, what bid increments do we do? 100, mate? Is it a tenner? Or is that on the 200 ones?
No, it's $5 at the moment.
There we go. Still shaking that rust off. So looking for 145 to advance on the Sakai Tancho. This is the proper Sakai in Hiroshima. You've got all those genetics there. It's one of 2 breeders that I do actually get enjoyment from Tanchos from, Sakai and Dainichi. And it's, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a huge Tancho fan personally. But when you go to these farms and see them somewhere between, 90 and up to a meter, they look pretty impressive.
That one at Dainichi's place, it had a Tancho spot. I would probably say the size of a dustbin lid. It was absolutely, it's just not right. It was unbelievable.
Now, I am not saying for 1 minute this is going to be growing to that size. Obviously,
no, of course not. Yeah.
It's very rare that the amount do, but obviously the Sakai stuff does have good genetic potential for growth. The body line's all set up nice on this. You can see, I mean, the white skin quality is superb.
How consistent is the skin quality on this Sakai stuff, by the way?
Yeah, it seems to be
no freak, is it?
No. That's what I say. Between these guys and Dainichi, this stuff's on another level. Really is. So 160. Looking for 165. Had a few bidders on this one. Now got Marcus. Marcus's bid just come through. Bit of a YouTube lag there. So 160 guys. Other one that bidded looking for 165. If you are interested.
Really not particularly readily available, mate, are they? Tanchos from Sakai, and you know how much the Nisai go for.
For me, if I'm having one, it's got to come from one of them 2 guys. I slip Hoshikin in there as a thing, because that boy, creates spots that are just probably unrivaled even by these guys, to be honest. Really, really good. So we're with 180 with Marcus now. Anybody got 185? Anybody got 185 on this one? Guys, if you've been in just recently and you're not interested, please let us know. Still got a bit to work through, mate, haven't we?
Yeah, just proper piece for growing on for the back end of the summer, isn't it?
Yeah. Paul, 185. Anybody got 190? Fiona's out on that one. So anybody got 190 for us? Janice in now, 190. Anybody got 195? Yeah, mate, that secret, you'll not have seen it. The feed increases that Sakai pond has gone through in the past 2 weeks is insane. Honestly, they just like keep it coming. Machines. So yeah, nice bit of competition building. Just seen another bidder come in as well. So we're at 200 right now with this one. Any advances on 200? Looking for 205 minimum.
I think that is a unique thing about the farm where I can dip in and dip out. You know, it might be 5-6 days in between me not being there at times. Some weeks, I can see the difference in that amount of time.
Yeah,
and these Sakai fish, just in general, both the Dragon Ball, the whole batch of Sakai fish in general, just the body mass increases week on week is just frightening.
Yeah. 205 we're at with Paul. Any advances on 205? 210. Yeah, mate, to be fair, the ones in the really shocked me, to be fair. The ones we've got in the Jumbo Tosai event over on the website. I mean, how they've the pond's gone a bit green, and I think they've got shy and they're not quite feeding the same. So I just had a couple out yesterday, I think it was, just to make sure there was nothing sinister going on. And the gain in those already since we photographed them is ridiculous. 220 we're at with Craig now. So any advances on that? Looking for 225 minimum. Marcus, 230. Wants another Sakai Tancho to add to his collection.
Got a red, white, and black one, and now we need a red and white one.
I like that. Yeah, 230 with Marcus. Any advances on 230? Craig, 240.
Just a super clean little piece, mate, isn't it?
Absolutely. Any advance on 240? Marcus, are you in? Paul, not had you in for a while. Let me know if you're in or out as well, buddy. Marcus there, 250. Looking for, well, 255 minimum, but feel free to keep it going in increments of a tenner.
Yeah, well, we got three people in at this point.
Craig, 260.
Nice, probably just to add as well, nice consistent depth of pigment on the belly, on the head as well. It's always a nice feature to see.
And important. There we go. So, Paul, we've not heard from you for a while, mate. We're with Marcus at 270. Craig's out. Nice little battle there, guys. So, in that case, with Marcus, Upton 270, going once, going twice, and sold to Marcus Upton for £270. Congratulations, mate. I'm not growing that one on for a few months for you, pal. I take it this is out of the same pond then.
Same pond, mate. Yeah. Just Benny quality is just superb. Again,
this is one of them interesting things people have to realise is there's that many ponds of stuff going on. We kind of have phases, don't we, of working our way around things.
Yeah.
Quite nice. All of a sudden, you'll go from one pond, you sort of then paying attention to another. Before you know it, you've come back and something in pond you've been in 2 weeks prior has started coming good, or it's great fun.
But that is the other thing as well. I was talking to a customer earlier, and I was saying, things change. It's livestock. It's not as if their TV sat on a shelf and we can just go and pick them up. Everything's got to be right. And to be fair to you, mate, if it's not right and we know about it, we don't touch it. So just fish like this. Again, I've got that easy to read sort of mentality with this fish. Big Benny plate at the front, nice kiwa on the first Dan as well. Nice sort of stripped back style of sumi. Just for me, type of Sanke that is, that sort of price point.
Strong piece, 23 cm as well. I didn't see that. I'd probably start about 100 quid myself because it's well worth it. But there we go. I'll not mention that again, Chris.
No, well, you sort of say you won't mention things again, but you do have a habit of sort of mention them again. Maybe take note on that, mate.
I'm just a twat. I can't help it.
For sure, mate.
I do know it, and I'm comfortable with it. That's the problem. Anyway, down web 75. We're getting close to what should be the starting bid of 100. So I'll not mention that again. Not in the next 5 seconds, anyway. Down web 75. Looking for 80 to advance on that one. Viewers peaked there earlier. We just got up to about 210, which is very nice to see. Appreciate everybody who tunes in.
Yeah, do you know, I had a few people also message me just saying, like, they're not quite in the position at the moment to, they're building their pond or whatever the reasons were, but they just enjoy sort of listening to the appraisals of the fish, just picking up snippets of information as well. So, it's nice.
Wow, super strong bid coming there, presuming from Jeff. Amazing. 175. And again, I still think Sakai pieces like this. We're having fun, mate. Colin, come on. 175, I think cracking for where that's at and the quality of it. So we've already discussed this Sakai stuff. The proof is in the pudding with them. They deliver. That's got the qualities there for sure. Let's say little elements that'll grow out nicely. There is that kind of at the tail end, that Odame is going to just grow in size a little bit as that Benny tightens and everything pulls out. But nice, solid, structured Kohaku pattern underneath if you're into that sort of thing. With Sanke, to be fair, I do prefer to see it more with Sanke. Showa, I don't give a monkeys. But even with Sanke, I do say, Sanke Showa, it's all about that balance eventually of the three colours that actually makes the fish. But in this case, it's nice. And Marizomi Kiwa again, look, absolutely razor sharp. Lovely to see. And Douglas waded in there. There we go, Douglas. 200 on that one. Well done, mate.
Just the smaller intricacies as well, sort of around the left side of the face, the gill plate with that sort of white sort of inroads again as the fish gets bigger, just that pattern dimension. Just adds that sort of, perhaps not the most technical attribute, but certainly from a visual aspect, it's pleasing.
Yeah. So, looking for 205 now. If anybody's got any advance on that one. Janice now jumped in at 220. I just realised, because when I say we were having a good chat in Fish House earlier about strategy and whatnot and bits and bobs, and I said, I'll probably just look to make kind of one marquee purchase next year. But then now I realise I'm looking at these going, these are phenomenal. And then I keep thinking about them Danichi fish, a couple of which are coming up, and think, you've got no hope, Chris, to be fair.
Can we just sort of maybe spread the varieties a bit more?
I walk around saying this stuff, but then they're just so good, aren't they?
They are, mate. the quality is not up for a conversation. It really isn't. I mean, thing is, even like these smaller fish, they're sort of potentially some of the best fish at other breeders.
Yeah.
And this is just, yeah, the degree of quality and quantity from this farm is just insane.
Yeah. Jenny Deutsch Sankey. Yeah, normally most years I've kind of just, what I tend to do, there's some years when I've had a lot of stuff, I tend to have a break the next year, and I went absolutely wild with Hiroi fish last year. But the main reason I didn't go so wild this year is it actually was Deutsch Sankey. He didn't have a successful Deutsch Sankey spawning, so they were majorly lacking in his mix. And I think the mix had just kind of lost the balance. So when I'm looking at doing big purchases, obviously it's an important thing I'm looking at to see what I've got across the whole batch. So kind of steered away from them. But I've all intent on going a bit mad there next year if all is well again. So we'll have them back before we know it. But Douglas, 230. Anybody going to challenge Douglas? Looking for 235. Janice, where are you at?
That Benny style is luminous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is another consistent sort of trait that is popping up.
You always know you've got good skin when it kind of looks a little bit Deutsch as well.
Yeah.
So no response from anybody else. Douglas, £230. Going to call it now. So going once, going twice. Oh, Janice. Right at the last minute. Wow. 240. Douglas, any reply to that? Other than please stop. I want this fish.
What a tease. Right at the last minute.
Brutal. 245. Janice, have we got 250? Nice to see that there's a lot more women becoming quite active on here. Chris, isn't there? Showing up. It's nice.
Yeah. Janice is actually the guy. It's a guy that bids on his wife's page. But yeah. Brilliant. Janice is actually Richard. But yeah.
There is. I can see it in comments though of Fairmore, but that's brilliant.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, that's me being a twat. Yeah,
love it. Oh dear. Douglas, yes, £5 increments, mate. I was started that one off on. So 255. I forgot. Just moving forwards, not this time because that's where we took it. But when we hit £200 in future ones, we will be going to £10 increments. But for now, we'll keep it a £5. That's where we started. So Douglas 255, Janice 260. I feel a twat saying Janice now.
I would say you shouldn't, but yeah, I'm not going to.
265. I'm going to leave you guys to it until one of you gives me a white flag, to be fair. Yeah, certainly feeling it. Show has got to come back on scene next year, though, buddy. I think, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're such rewarding varieties, mate, aren't they?
I think it's a big thing, though. Any operation involved in Japanese koi has got to have a decent base of Go Sanke. It's even a pond. I think when you're trying to create the balance in a pond, visually, that aesthetic balance of when you just look, you go, wow, look at that. It needs a really solid Go Sanke base, unfortunately. And that visual thing, I think when you all of a sudden get that base and you start mixing through like a bit of yellow from Karashi, some of your metallics and your odd varieties, that's when you can form that, like when you look, oh, wow. Douglas.
Change of heart.
Love that. that all came at the same time from what we can see. But 275. Janice, are you still in? Can you let us know, please?
The power of a good Sanke, mate. But yeah, that's I think one of the most one of the ponds that you can't help but smiling at is Marihiro's place, which has just got a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's what he does in that round pond. He nails it. There's a good solid Go Sanke base running through it. Then all this funky stuff that he's producing. But yeah, anyway, now Janice is out on that one. Douglas 275, going once, going twice, sold to Douglas for £275. Well done, mate. Good battle there between you two. Ooh. It's in a little shorter that Rob pulled out one of the videos earlier because Bekkos are really on the rise in popularity at the minute. And what better place to get one from than Sakai?
Yeah. They are a bit of a Marmite fish, aren't they? But when you get into a good one.
Yeah, so speaking of that, one I did manage to walk away from, Chris, by the way. But yeah, so I was at Marihiro in autumn. And is my connection all right, everyone, by the way? Because Joe's just messaged us saying it's a bit shoddy.
I can hear you, mate.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, so Marihiro, and it's one of these harvests he brought. It weren't many fish. There's about 12 biggish fish come back, and this Bekko come out. And I've kind of got this spidey sense that when I see something, and I just think that at the very least is going to be a first prize winner at kind of all Japan level. And this Bekko comes out and it's 61 cm, I think it was. So straight away he's like Wakagoi.
Yeah.
63 max. And I've just never been that taken back by a Bekko before. Absolutely crazy. So anyway, needless to say, it's swimming around in his round pond and I keep looking at this thing and that urge come over me. I'm like, oh no. I thought I'm going to have to ask. So needless to say, I asked and he starts laughing. And when the minute they start laughing, when I ask,
it's never a good sign, mate, is it?
Why did I do that? I went, it's really expensive in Japanese. I went, no, come on. And then he just hit some fingers against his chest. He didn't even say it. And I was just like, then a minute, when they do that, I'm like, right, so that could be any one of several different combinations at this point. Needless to say, the one I thought it was, which would have still made it expensive, was not the one. It was the other one, which would have put it in the realms of around about £18,000 if I just translated it quickly.
And I can't. The craziest thing about that story is you didn't buy it.
Yeah, I walked away. That was amazing.
So I've got this coming up. I'll show you in a second.
Right. So anyway, we are on the way with this one, guys. Lee in at 100 increments of a £5. Getting back to this one before Chris congratulates me again for walking away from the crazy Bekko. Big thing on that one. I mean, look at that sort of shoulder sumi. First of all, really, really prominent, strong block. With this one, we can see there's a pattern sat underneath, looking at that sumi style. And you can see already, actually, it's starting to fill in and surface on that pattern. That's what's going to happen with this sort of sumi. We can see it there. It's just going to need time to come from deeper in the skin up to the surface. And from then on, it'll continue to thicken. Obviously, the head colour is really important in a Bekko as well. But yeah, I think nice piece. They love them or hate them. There seems to be a rise in demand for them at the minute, and you have behind it got them Sakai genetics sat there, so it's going to deliver. It's a nice body line on it. You're going to get some nice growth out of it. Nice piece.
Yeah, someone messaged me earlier saying head's a bit fleshy, but again, very, very young fish, and that sumi is still amassing in the fish. So I'd never paid too much attention to that with young fish, especially when the sumi's coming up. It can often detract from the shiroji quality, particularly on the head with young fish. So
that head is nowhere near as fleshy
no.
as I get most things going that come good. So it's just a case the skin needs to thicken in order to get the white head. Oh yeah, that is a meal on that, weren't it?
It is Izumia, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really struggling to grasp where reality is here, where I need to hold the phone. But
crazy.
Yeah, look out for that fish.
That went for some insane money.
It did, mate. Yeah, 75 cm. Yeah, not bad.
Bonkers. Anyway, doesn't seem to be any movement on this one, so we'll not waste too much time. Lee, we're at 100. If nobody else is in, but let's just roll the video once more. If no one else is dropping in after that one, I will call it. Joe, if you can roll that for me again.
I might be. Oh, there we go. Again, easy fish to read, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just needs food and water. Simple as that with this fish.
And this is, again, just coming back to it, because I think there's, quite a group of people out there with self-proclaimed experts that think they know the value of koi. When it gets into the realms of some of these pieces, like that at Marihiro, where he knows, I know, everyone else around that fish house knows that fish has got that potential to win a prize. They do chuck figures out like this. When you're in Japan in the heart of stuff and you know what's going off, tens of thousands of pounds is being quoted for single pieces all the time. It's crazy because they know that Bekko at that standard it was. And it's weird because there was one that was so similar. It just didn't have that extra 10% of sort of refinement that this particular one had. And the difference was night and day. But yeah, I mean, crazy money. Really is. Anyway, I said I'd call it, folks. Lee Williams, £100, going once, going twice, and sold to Lee Williams for £100. Congratulations, mate.
Would like an update on that fish in 12 months' time.
Absolutely. With a few of them. I mean, we've had a few. Wow, that's nice. I love this variety. Sorry, just to finish what I was saying, some of the fish that's obviously overwintered had really sort of come on quite in line with some of the stuff we'd mentioned as well in terms of that development. So I think it'd be nice for people to see, things coming good when we're saying it. We do try our best to be accurate when we're giving them predictions, and it's based on a lot of experience. We're not just sat here copying what other people say. We've got a lot of experience with all these varieties from a lot of different breeders as well, which helps us actually give some true, genuine insight into where we think it's heading. So not always going to be that way, but do our best. Lee, straight in there with a super strong bid. This is an absolute banger of a Benny Come On reel. Only way I can describe that, really. We're at 150, so we'll be increments of a fiver up until 200 if we get that far. But what a piece that is. Just look at the quality.
The skin is just outrageous on this fish.
Yeah, no, it was kind of the flow of that body line getting me. It's got a cracking head on it.
It's, again, we were talking about Komon-ryu earlier, Benny Komon-ryu, probably arguably even more of a wild transformation for the better a lot of the time. I know there are fish that you often give a lot of time to at the farm because they just improve. Generally speaking, the more sumi comes along, the more attractive they become when you get that contrast in the three colours. And yeah, what a wild sort of lateral pattern that is being produced along that right-hand side of the fish.
Too much conversation, and I'm probably guilty of it as well, goes into, sort of big fish talk and raising fish big as well, but you just cannot beat a Tosai looking like that. And you see there's an art, fish like this, where, again, breeders in Japan, there's certain ones and dealers, like Narita, for example, will take fish like that and put them in conditions where they don't force the growth, just make it really, really slow to maintain that quality as it is, get a bit more development out of it. And that's where then your fish for the smaller sizes at koi shows come in. So yeah, we're with Marcus now, 220. So we're bid increments of £10 from here on in now. So looking for 230 if anybody wants to advance on Marcus's bid there. And yeah, that's another side to hobby that I should probably start doing some video content on that, really, because I think it's missed. But there's ponds of varieties like these you could have, say, up to 35, sort of 40 cm tops.
Yeah.
And just work on quality. And to be honest, it's really, really well suited, that kind of thing, to an unheated pond in the UK as well, in all honesty. But it just looks sensational.
I think there is just a bit of misconception with this type of variety in general, and people thinking that there's no value to them, which is a complete misconception. I mean, if you see any fish with sort of qualities like this, it needs attention.
Yeah. Marcus, 220. So are we any advancers looking for 230 if anyone wants to take it from Marcus? Lee Williams there, 230. He's looking for 240 now. Epic little piece.
Hard to come by, mate, aren't they, like this?
Yeah. The quality of all three colours is so good, isn't it?
I think that's in the picture. You see it a bit more. That sheer contrast between all three pigments is super. All three pigments are banging.
Yeah. And the body line. Really nice body line.
Yeah, for a Deutsch fish, very tidy, mate. Yeah.
240 from Marcus. Anybody got 250 for us? Never forget one of the last is a story for you. I won't give specific figures, but the I think it was the Wakagoi this year or somewhere around All Japan season, one of the auctions I was sat in Japan, there was a little Sakai Sanke that I believe was 15 or 17 cm. And I think we all generally knew, everybody bidding knew where this fish was going to go. But what it was going to win, it was just a no-brainer. I think it did actually win Baby Champion in the end. But needless to say, at that size, 15 to 17 cm, £10,000 wouldn't have bought it. It's just fascinating stuff.
Makes this look cheap, mate.
Yeah, no, it's just that, you know, a lot of people don't see this stuff. This is, you know, when we're, you know, this is good fun, but when it's, you know, getting in the realms of competing at them levels for them fish, you know, the guy that actually ended up with that fish, I think the amount that he owns in Japan was phenomenal. He nearly had a clean sweep of all major awards at one at shows.
Does his name begin with B?
Yeah. Crazy dude. I need to meet him one day, actually. He's becoming my idol quite quickly.
Yeah, I thought you were basing your whole lifestyle on him, mate.
What a boy. But yeah, that's the crazy kind of stuff that goes on, folks, honestly. 260 with Marcus Upton. Very nice little battle there, but Lee is out now. Joe, if we can roll me the video once more. And then after that, guys, if there's no new entries, I will wrap that one up. The best bit is with that particular fish, I know full well he's not buying that with any intention of it going any further. That's being bought with a purpose to compete for Baby Champion, the All Japan show. And if it doesn't go beyond that, then so be it.
Well, my guess is most of his fish never leave Japan.
Probably. Yeah, there we go. Marcus, well done. Going once, going twice. Sold to Marcus Upton, £260. Well done, mate. I'm just seeing what's coming next.
I don't even know.
I think I got it right. Yes. now I've got a soft spot. Am I allowed to bid?
Yeah, that is a bit like when my wife started subscribing to my own magazine and using my card to buy it. That was yeah.
I remember that. That was awesome.
yeah. I'm still subscribing to it.
I saw it come through. I thought, is that this is really? Then when you told me it was with her card, I was like, wow, with your card.
With my card. Yeah.
Brilliant. Very strong bid fired in from Jeff there. Ginrin Show, I mean, ultimate soft spot with these for me. 20 cm, quite a small toe size. These do tend to have quite powerful bodies. Ginrin Showa going there, but yeah, I mean, just look at what's going on. You've got a lovely flow of the Benny pattern amongst the Sumi. Even on the head, you've got the Sumi pattern offset with the Benny. Yeah, brilliant. I just love the fish. Ginrin quality super, Benny quality super. See the Sumi's great. Ticks a lot of boxes, and yeah, obviously Jeff's seen some value, fired in straight at 210 on that one, which could possibly make that a short auction. So if there's any advances, we're straight in at £10 increments on that one.
Again, quite a fun fish to read, mate, isn't it? You see that Sumi sat all on that white skin as well, killer sort of head pattern. Yeah, not a lot to not like, really.
The interesting bits I'm picking up is where I see Shiroji here, because you could look at that thinking Sumi's going to really dominate, but there's some small areas of Shiroji which will really kind of grow into that pattern moving forward. Skeggy just saying that at least 2 YouTube bids, more than 100 being on ages. I've not seen them come through, buddy, to be honest with you. Just the one from Jeff. Which is odd.
Yeah, just taking a look. Obviously, cheers for the heads up. We've got to call what we see on our screen. So, yeah, if that is the case, yeah.
Yeah, cracking piece. So, Jeff might well have blown everyone out of the water there. 210, looking for 220 if anyone wants to advance that one. If not, Joe, roll me the video once more so everyone can have a good look. And after that, if there's no new bids, I will wrap that one up. Dale come in, spiced it up a little bit. So 220. Well done, Dale. Craig there, 230. Did these boys have a bit of a scrap earlier? They did, didn't they?
Yeah, obviously trying to get back at each other.
So yeah, Craig 230, looking for 240 to advance it. Dale, do you want to let me know where you're at, buddy, if you're interested? Skeggy, they can nudge me all I want, mate. I can only go with what I see that comes through in our comments, mate, unfortunately. So we can have a panel where it all gets fed in. Dale 240. Any reply on that one, Craig? Looking for 250 now to advance it. So with Dale 240, I lost it. Craig, just let us know where you're at, buddy, if you can. I know we've got a bit of a lag with YouTube. 250. Any advance on 250? I will just give this one a bit of time, folks, because I know we've got a YouTube bidder on, and they do take a while to come through. No, Dale's out anyway.
So I was told at the weekend, Ginrin Show almost sort of nudged baby champion all the way as well. So that would have been a nice accolade.
That was crazy how that fish come on while it was with us. Insane piece. Right. So anyway, I think we're done with that one. So Craig, £250, going once, going twice. Sold to Craig Marston, 250. Well done there, mate. You got yourself cracking Ginrin shower. Great potential. Here we go. Secret Sanke to Carno.
Get Lee to introduce this one.
I mean, these things are just insane, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a bit ferocious, mate, aren't they?
You see them ones that are currently sat in a pond with some yellow monkeys and quite readily competing against them as well. Very impressive. Certainly one that I'm not planning on sharing if I do manage to get hold of them next year. Not for a little while, anyway.
So obviously that they've got a close genetic connection to Sakai, haven't they, Rick? So they have a ferocious sort of body style. It really is, and they share that Sumi characteristic with them. Is nuts, isn't it? Absolutely.
I love that YouTube name. Who's currently bidding on another fish? Brilliant.
I thought I said Norman Koi.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no more koi.
So yeah, just can't. I mean, you've got Sakai cross Marido, and as Takano always calls it, in his words, body Sakai, Marido Sumi, which is interesting when you consider how good Sakai Sumi is. He's all for the Marido Sumi. That's crazy. Is that issue with the interview out now?
It is, mate. Nicely tied in there. Yeah.
I'm serious though. That I got goosebumps.
Great piece.
That article. Serious
Great
stuff.
piece.
I mean, Marido Sanke is like, it's just one of the foundations of Sanke these days, to be honest. And he really went into some detail about some stuff, which was nice.
The history of that farm.
Yeah. But what a lineage here. You've got obviously a mixture of Sakai and Marido. Big parents they're off as well. You know, I'm not sure where they're at, somewhere 90 to a meter. Crazy stuff now. So anyway, no more koi, £250. Obviously feeling like you have to change your name to just one more koi or something like that next, buddy. But yeah, 250, looking for 260 if anybody else is interested. May's not really spoke about the fish itself, but I mean, you can just see there that Sumi quality. I mean, look at that on the shoulder. Superb stuff. Just the whole general level of that skin. Now these have had a bit of time outside to condition as well, really getting that skin level up.
Well, it wasn't really behaving in the bowl by the looks of things, but I can assure you that skin characteristic, he's absolutely wild.
Nice strong body as well. Janice in now 260. So looking for 270 to move forward. Yeah, I love it.
You know, when you get that really sort of lacquered, heavy, intense, shiny sort of Sumi base, it's just, drizzled in it, this fish. It really is.
Quality of that white skin as well. There's no mistaking that, the Shiroji.
That head, isn't it? That contrast between that white face and that nice sort of Minkaburi style head pattern.
Sorry, mate, I just see that. That's brilliant. Love it. Love having a crack. One more koi. Currently got it at 280. Any advance? Janice, where are you at? Please let us know. Looking for 290 now with that one.
What are you trying to say, Joe?
The home wreckers. Of all the things I've been called, I've not actually been called that one yet.
Plenty of time, mate. You're only young.
Janice still in 290. So no more koi. Have we got any reply to that one? We're looking for 300 now.
But these, the Takano fish that were sort of grown on, mate, they look absolutely jacked, don't they? That sort of aggressive body style, something that really sort of draws me to this sort of Sakai genetic. Just the way they sort of generate this body mass.
Yeah.
Quite.
So, 300 now. Janice, where you at? Let us know, please. We'll be looking for 310. Yeah, man, it was no hard decision for me to put them with the Yellow Monkeys, to be honest with you, because thinking of something that could potentially sort of keep pace with them, no doubt in my mind, and they're not struggling.
No. It's a pretty epic pond when you walk past it.
Janice in there with a strong bid, 320. So no more koi. Any reply to that? We're looking for 330 now. Again, thank you for everyone tuning in. Been pretty consistent around the 200 viewers combined across all the channels, which is amazing. Do appreciate it.
You had your dinner yet, Rick?
No, I'm starting to feel hungry. That's not good, that.
I've got a cornetto with my name on it downstairs, boy.
No more koi, 340. Janice, where you at? Looking for 350. I was trying me web guy was on me yesterday. We went to choir.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, mate. You've eaten your right arm.
He come at me with some really was trying to work through a workflow scenario for this system, and I said to him, I said, I'm just gonna have to go. I can't. When I'm hungry, nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing functions. I just go to shit. So he says I'm like that guy off. I can't remember what the thing is off the Snickers advert.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what the line was now. I says that's the one, mate. You've got me.
What? Get some nuts.
No.
You don't remember that one?
No, we know.
Get some nuts.
We know I've got plenty of them, mate.
Yeah, man, you've got maybe too much.
Anyway, sorry, getting distracted again. Janice, come back in at 350. So no more koi. Where you at? Looking for 360 now. Colin, love that. Rick's got a new house and mortgage are up high, so he got to work the room. He got to still be here at midnight. Oh, brilliant. Janice, 350. So any advance, no more koi. Where you at? Just let us know, buddy, please. Colin's obviously itching to get. I think what Colin's waiting for is these two Danichi fish up next, to be honest. He must be.
No, I think he's still waiting for a trophy, mate, isn't he?
It is them two next, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. So no more kois out. Sorry, buddy. Gone strong on that one. So in that case, Janice, £350. Going once, going twice. Sold to Janice Bean, £350. Congratulations. What's that then there? I wonder how many of our younger viewers know what a Snickers was called before it changed its name. I never knew a Snickers changed its name, so I'm out of that one.
I think it was called a marathon bar. Am I right?
I was just about to say you should know, Chris. Obviously, that level of expertise on chocolate bars, mate.
Yeah, connoisseur, yeah, marathon bar.
Wow.
I don't even like nuts, but my dad, when I was like 16, he'd be like, "Oh, pick us up a marathon bar," What the hell? What is a marathon bar?
I have no recollection of that.
Yeah.
Like and follow for more nut content. Brilliant. We love some diversity, mate, Joe. That's what it's all about, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Cool.
Right. Do I need to say too much about this one, folks? Obviously, Chris,
mic drop moment. This one.
Deep into the bowels of Koi Wholesale to come and pull this one out. I'll let you take it away with that one, Chris, because, I mean, £200, we should have about 30 opening bids on that one, to be fair.
Yeah. What's not to like about a fish like this? Yeah, Danichi batch, got plenty of length in the body there, real good body line. That belly quality is pretty wild. And then, yeah, just absolutely dripped in this sort of quirky but balanced pattern. Marazomi Kiwa on that second dan there. Nice depth of sashi just before the dorsal. That Inazuma-esque style. There's just so much going on. So much going on with this fish. And all I've got in my head is big fish pattern. You know, it's got all the attributes that are going to make a real sort of... Sometimes people are looking for something a bit more, that sort of extra dimension with Kahaku. Sometimes they could be a bit samey. So to add that sort of unique dimension to it, yeah, it's just a wild fish. And yeah, once that head starts to whiten up, which I've got no hesitation that it will do, yeah, it's just a bit wild, isn't it?
There's a lot of skin thickening got to happen on that head yet, for sure. But yeah, what a piece. Sashi's sat very nicely as well, certainly for that penny type. So £200, folks, starting on this one. Hell of a fish, great potential from, say the ultimate Dainichi. And it'll be £10 increments if we do get started on it.
I can't help but feel there's a few people in the background here. We're still talking about marathon bars.
That's it. We're screwed. Time to go, I think.
Yeah. Fascinating.
We're going right back to 1970 now.
Christ, yeah, just see that, yeah.
Okay. When I were a lad.
No idea.
There we go. Marcus kicked us off. Nice Danichi Kawaku to add to his collection. We'll be increments of a tenner if anyone else is getting involved. Otherwise, Marcus is going to get an absolute bargain.
I'm getting involved in this one.
I think you might need to, Chris, to be honest. Are you anxious? Hold your hand up, mate. Where you at?
No, I've got this amazing sort of ability to sort of not get anxious. maybe it's a bit of a mistaken sort of feeling to have, but yeah.
Brilliant. Wow, strong. That's where we're going. Oh, I hope the wife's here now as well. Yeah, crack it on, get it on, darling. That's going to give everybody something to talk about. Absolutely. What's on our shopping list? Love it. Cracking bid there from Tony. 250. Like the style, £50 increments. Happy to go with that. But will take £10. So looking for 260 now. If you've got any reply to that, Marcus.
That's just blown my mind.
No more koi, 300. Keeping up the 50 increment. I like that. £300. So again, looking for 310 or 350 if you wish. Loving that. I've had a good crack tonight. Enjoying it. So yeah, obviously on the fish. Let's get that video.
Sorry, there is a koi auction going on.
I'm just too busy reading conversation now. Marcus, I see in there now at 320. So any advance on that? Looking for 330. Looking
It's
for 330.
one of those fish, isn't it? That you just sort of, it's just got the X factor, isn't it? Fish like this.
Yeah, I think it's one for them. It's a pattern that's going to not going to be for a lot of people who like a more kind of, let's say the more basic kwaku patterns. But, you know, for a lot, looking for something more interesting to get that. It's not a typical Dainichi style of pattern, to be fair. It's going to be a bit of a rarity to get that pattern style from them guys. Because, again, they're more, you see a lot of the big Dainichi fish. They've not got, you know, super intense pattern. They're very kind of heavier on the pattern. So no more koi, 350. Tony is out. Marcus, where you at with this one, buddy? Looking for 360 now. So no more koi, 350. Marcus in there, 360. Looking for 370 now. No more koi. Let us know where you're at, buddy, please.
Oh, opal fruits. Do you remember them?
I do remember that one.
Yeah. What a world we live in, mate.
Sweet talk's not good. They are, yeah, sweets are my nemesis.
You're a bit of kryptonite for you, mate, aren't they?
That and ice cream.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good point, Joe. Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, this conversation. Marcus, 360. Let's just remember we've got a koi auction running at the same time, Chris.
Yeah.
Where we at? No more koi. Where you at, buddy? Let us know. We're looking for 370. Won't let it slip for a tenner. Oh, there we go. 380. Nice bid. Marcus, where you at, mate? Looking fair. 390. Yeah, the thing with the ice, the local ice cream man, he's known me since I was about 11.
You're not one of those guys where he sort of targets your house, is he?
No, it's a great one. I've actually got a tab with him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I never have any cash and he doesn't do cards. So he just racks it up. But the great thing is my tab's kind of, I don't know how many people around town's actually using it now. I settled up over there. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, mate, that is
Can't
insane.
be it. Whippy ice cream. I don't know what it is he uses, but it is insane. Marcus, 390. No more koi. Where you at, buddy? I'll be looking for 400 now.
I might have to look out for this ice cream guy when I'm up now.
Mate, he is the man.
Ricky's tab.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right, so no more koi is out. Marcus, looks like you're going to take this one, buddy, because we've had no new bids. So going to call it now. 390 with Marcus Upton. Going once, going twice. Sold to Marcus for 390. Congratulations. We've got Lee asking there, how do we go about paying for our koi? Chris, do you want to explain that one a bit?
Yeah, so basically, Lee, I need you, hopefully Joe can run the details along the bottom of the screen. I need you to email me at chris@koi-wholesale.co.uk, your name, number, and your preferred koi dealer and the koi reference number. I will then be in touch with the dealer and they will collect payment off of you. So, yeah, try and keep it as straightforward as possible. But any queries, just drop me an email and I'll look after you.
Yes, Colin, I will accept payment in sweets. I'll happily send a list of currency that you can use. I'm more than happy to, mate. Oh, straight in there. Christ, not even got going.
I didn't even realise we changed the fish.
Yeah, nice. Last lot of the evening, is it, Chris, this one?
I think so, mate, unless I've lost my mind. Yeah.
So I can go and do my shopping and probably end up buying sweets and ice cream because I'm hungry and I can't stop thinking about it now. There you go. Anyway, another Dainichi piece, 4-step marathon. Should we go with that?
Yeah. Bit more traditional, this one, isn't it, in terms of the bigger Benny plates, so to speak. I think the video, it's sort of like bigger.
Certainly, yeah. One. Tick some pattern boxes. Very, very big head on this one as well. That's a huge characteristic it's got going on. We'll see the one sort of, let's point out, if we look down at the last Dan, there's like an extended bit of sashi, which, knowing what I've seen with these Dainichi fish, and this, don't say this very often, I'm going to actually expect that to fully colour up over time. I don't think that's secondary there. I've seen this happen with a few of these now, and I think given a bit of time, that's where that area is going to be at. But just killer, that head is this mass Dainichi characteristic. We see it more and more in the Nisai, Sansai. We actually sold a Sansai today that went to Prestige as well. Absolute beast. What size was she? 68 cm, I think.
69, mate.
69. That head on it was just like, boom, that is Dainichi right there. Crazy. Anyway, we're with Lee now at 210. So I'll be looking for 220 on this one.
Good body structure on this one, Rick. Got the length on it, hasn't it? Just needs that body mass to fill out. Probably can't see it quite in that picture because of the Benny, but that structure, that spine on the fish is quite prominent, which is always nice to see with this sort of body style.
Yeah, just that head for me. When you've got that kind of body length, even as slender as it is right now, that kind of body length sat on that head, all you need to do is throw some food at it and let the genetics do the rest.
Yeah, that big wide mouth.
It could be based on the last one. That could be genuine, to be honest. Jesus Christ.
You can't sort of say that and not say what the bill was now. How much ice cream can one man eat?
I think I don't know what period it was over because I lose track, but I feel like it's not been more than a week and it was 70 quid. Not just me. This is what I mean. I don't know who the hell's been using it. I'm not taking the rap for all that. The kids just wander over there without even asking anymore, just ordering what the hell they want.
70 quid. Wow.
Crazy. To be fair, though, down your neck at wood, mate, that's about 2 ice creams in it these days.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You wouldn't even get a flake for that, mate.
It is shocking. I'll never forget going to All England's show. Well, at last times I were there, went in for an ice cream and it crippled me.
Yeah. That's used to it down here, mate.
Crazy stuff. So 220 now, looking for 230 to advance with that one.
Strong fish, this one, mate. It's one that I think maybe people might start to lump on in a minute, but yeah, certainly if it stays anywhere near this sort of price point, I think there's a real weapon in the making there.
I think so. It's that body line. Just look at that head. Anybody, again, if you're just watching this, that head, if you've got a head like that on a fish that you're looking to raise a tosai, it's going to do well. Absolutely. It's going to be a characteristic that is bone structural. You can just see there more than anything how the head, that long head, rolls into the really, really big wide mouth. It's for me, it's the bit I just, every time you roll in that video, the bit that strikes me the most. So I'm not dragging it out too long. We're at 220 at the minute with Michael Thompson. So 220. Who else did we have in, Chris? I can't remember now.
Just scrolling up.
Everything conversation. Oh, Lee Williams was back there. So Lee, do you want to let us know where you're at, buddy? If you're out on this one, I will wrap it up. I love a blackjack, by the way. Can't beat them.
Really? Nah.
Yeah, they're awesome. Although I am wondering, here's a conversation, and I'm not afraid to tackle it. Talking about Sweet, I'm surprised that name's not been changed yet, given the fact when I last went to our local convenience store, I seen that Midget Gems had now been changed.
What are they called now?
I can't remember what it was. It's frustrating me, but they're no longer called Midget Gems. And I was just like, I remember going home and thought, Will, I just said to Charlie, I said, the world's gone mad.
I'm out.
No, it was something even weaker than that, mate. To be fair, I just thought, my God, these big companies need to get a grip.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I did not see this trajectory of this conversation going. That's all part of the entertainment, guys. Mini Gems.
Mini Gems. Was it? Yeah, it must have been then. Yeah, crazy.
You sure that's not just an Audi ripoff?
No, mate. No. That's what I double checked. They were the legit ones. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that they took the licorice one out of them, and now they've changed the name.
So yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is a coil. But we also like to tackle a lot of political issues here on the auctions.
Love it. Wow. Anyway, no more koi. 250. Guys, if you've been in, please let me know where you are. We're looking for 260. And I'm going to get off and do my shopping.
Yeah, I think this is a bit of an undervalued piece, this is, mate, at this current price point.
I think it's, very good fish for somebody for that price. Very good fish.
Mm.
We'll see what we can bring to the conversation next week.
Got high standards now, mate.
260 now, Marcus. So no more koi. Where are you with that one? Be looking for 270. Them two guys have had quite a battle tonight on a few lots. Fair play. Marcus, 260 then. No more koi. Where you at, buddy? Let us know, please. Looking for 270. What we got lined up next week, Chris?
Yeah. More discussions about licorice, all sorts, and got a few koi as well.
Yeah, bugger the fish then. I was actually on about the fish.
We've got some rockets next week as well. Don't you worry about that, mate. Yeah.
Nice. A couple of Shisui, I believe, mate, as well. Do I remember seeing them in the net?
Yes. Yeah, we have. The legendary Kawakami Shisui, mate. So, yeah. Always trying to, joking aside, always trying to mix up varieties as well. Don't want it to get too stagnant. Obviously, we know the hobby has a real strong Go Sanke foundation. We can never get away from that. But also lots of varieties that the pond hobbyists enjoy. So, try and mix it up a little bit next week. A few bits, mate. Few bits.
And that's the thing, we see as well. We've got this while we had a bit of a break. We've got a pipeline of stuff, so we know ponds that are coming up, and then obviously then we can keep meat. But obviously, you have to remember, we don't just pull random fish. Like if I've got a growing pond going on, I won't just pull a few random pieces out. We're waiting until we're at the point where that pond's actually ready for release before we get stuff to work into the sales system from there on in. So.
There's a lot more to it than meets the eye, mate, isn't there? I mean, I think a lot of people just think, you just put a few fish out of a pond, but there's whole host of logistical issues, fish from different ponds, netting, fish that are going in and out, fish that are under treatment. It's a lot to take into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're at 320. No more koi. Marcus, where you at with this one, buddy? It seems to be you two in. So please let us know. I can't quite. Has no more koi been managed to be successful with any? I can't quite remember.
He's been ever so close.
Come on, Marcus. Where are you? You're going to let him have this one.
I think anyone wants to let us know what their favourite sweet is as well. Might be a nice touch to finish the night.
No, Marcus ain't going to let him have this one. 330 now. No more koi. Where you at? Looking for 340. Straight back in 350. Nice strong bid. Marcus, okay, letting him have it. I think that is very, very good of you, that Marcus. To be fair, mate, it's nice to share the love around. Kit Kat Chunky, that's pushed me over edge. That one.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
I love it. Right, in that case, no more koi. £350 on that last one. Sold, mate. We're going to call it that one. Well done, buddy. Thank you for being persistent with those tonight, and congrats to getting that one. And very nice gesture there from Marcus.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice spirit as well. It's really appreciated from everyone as well, I must admit. So, yeah.
Absolutely. There we are. That's been a good crack. Here we go. Look. This next week's lots, folks, by the way. Please don't start bidding.
Yeah.
Quick run through. Oh, Ginshiro. Nice. Oh, there we go. Really mixing it up. Nice. Tidy. Ooh, Denichi Showa. Oh, Christ. Look at that. Very nice. Good little run through there. That's what you got lined up for next week then, folks. And just the last parting one from me. Our festival jumbo tosai fish are now available to purchase, or for dealers to purchase on your behalf through our website. Some banging pieces on there, like I say, all includes growing on with me through till October. So you're not really looking at the fish there. You're adding plus probably around 10 cm on a load of body and development at the same time. There's some really, really banging pieces. So they're only available for 2 weeks, and then they'll be removed from sale, and you won't see them again until the autumn. So there we go. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Let's say around 200 people for the whole show, pretty much, which is just amazing. Chris, thanks for your time. Joe, great work in the background there, and you need to go and regrow an arm and some fingers, mate, ready for next week. Cool. There we go. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, and we'll catch you next week.